Yay. Life. Life is unconditional love, expressing through the appearance of form, through the appearance of sensations. The sensations are heaven, are paradise. Everything that's appearing is the divine, pretending to shapeshift. Appearing as everything, which is what you are. You're not bound to the body or the mind. There is no body, there is no mind. Your infinite spaciousness, absolute, everything, which is nothing. It's beautiful. It's free. It's free to be anything. Appearing as everything. You are that. Not as you, the word. There is no individual, but you as infinite energy. Imagining this. And I love romanticizing the analogy of being the divine, dreamingness that is formless and can't be seen, is completely unknown, appearing as everything that can be seen, and feeling itself through the mirror of contrast or the mirror of form, which is just an appearance. It's not really happening. But being singular, you don't exist, you're not real. So how else would you experience being real or feeling, being felt, sensing? And even that's a story. Because this isn't real, this isn't happening. These are just words that pretend to make sense and point to that which can't be pointed to. Words about the wordless, that is the words. Like the Ouroboros eating itself, it's just everything. So being seen and felt and sensed through this interface of senses and appearances, making love to its non-self as the absolute that is relative, that is everything, which is nothing, which is not real, but appears real. For fun, no intentions, no reason, no purpose, just is. Pretending to be beingness. And you are all there is. And you can't get outside of what is to be separate. You are everything that's appearing and are not, because it's not real. You are formless, eternal. You are the unknown that can't be known. Appearing as everything that can be sensed. Feeling your non-self through sensations, through appearances, pretending to shapeshift as everything, even everything that you resisted or hated. It's all one unconditional love. And as the formless, absolute, how could you be? How could you experience what it's like to be without pretending to appear as form in every form? As a mirage, or like an apparition. And then how beautiful the game of hide and seek, where the resistance to what is made everything appear real. You wouldn't have known what it was like to feel real, or to have a life without that resistance. And what's so beautiful is the way to exist, or the way to avoid your own absence, is seeking, is distracting yourself with, resisting what's immediately happening and searching for something else. That's how, it covered up that this is it, this is heaven, this is everything, and it's not really happening, and you don't exist. But playing that game of existence, the seeking perpetuated the existence that wasn't really happening. And even that's freedom, because you are the beloved. So even seeking is the beloved seeking itself, which no one's doing. There's no free will choice. There's no one in the body. It's just appearing to happen, and it's total perfection. It's heaven already. Even the covering up that this is heaven is heaven. But seeking is the way to exist, which is the dream, which is the illusion. It's not real. It's not really happening. You're singular, so you can't exist. There'd have to be two. You can't get outside of everything to exist. So even seeking didn't happen. Nothing happened. There is no awakening. There is no dream. There is no dreamer. And it's all just a fun story. And all the clues are just everywhere. One of the biggest clues is the the dream at night where everything's just appearing to happen and there's no one controlling it, there's no script, there's no destiny, it's just fucking happening and spontaneous and doesn't make sense. And also everything's screaming it. And the contraction that's felt is just the alarm system screaming, this isn't real, this isn't happening. Wake up. There's no separation. That's why it hurt. It was the intuition GPS system pivoting. You're already home. It's this. It's this. This is everything. This is everything. Whatever's appearing to happen is what you're longing for. Even the longing is what you're longing for. The seeker is the sought. You die in your own arms. You are the lover, you are the beloved already. Everything is you. Everything you see is you pretending to be. And not as in you, individual, as in the infinite energy that you are. It's formless, boundless, free, wild, chaos. Singular. Everything. Sensing what it's like to be, sensing what it's like to be alive, which includes pain, making love to pain, and none of it's really happening. You are untainted by what's appearing, untouched. You are eternal. Without qualities, appearing as a soup of infinite qualities, which adding up all qualities cancels itself out to zero. No qualities. Not really happening, but appearing to. And just like a movie, it's the single frame without a before. It's just singular. Whatever's appearing to happen is everything. Nothing happened before this. But the glue is the meaning, is the making sense, or thinking this is real through the veil of resistance, resisting what is, which turns it into a movie, which is my life. But even when the film strip falls out and it's seen that there is no movie, that there never was a life, there never was a me, which is a non-event because there's no time, there's still story time. That's how communication happens. There's nothing else to talk about without a story, without dualistic words, which is the relative. So it's the absolute appearing as relative words, which is singular, which is everything. So even duality is non-duality, so there is no non-duality. Because everything's the same, boundless, infinite energy appearing to look different, but is the same. It's amazing. The childlike wonder is like in awe. It's like, wow. Wow, and how. The why is gone. The why died because the questioner died. There's no more questions because there's no answers. You are the unknown. Can never figure it out. But the mystery is sexy and it's beautiful. And this in loveness that's felt is feeling your own absence, is feeling you as the infinite. Making love to everything, being everything, is nothing. It's amazing. It's amazing, and it's not even special because it's ordinary. It's sitting on a chair, it's looking at a screen. There is no enlightenment because everything's enlightened already. Whatever's appearing to happen is enlightenment. And it's disappearing as it appears. Because it's not happening, and there is no time. Eternally a clean slate of emptiness, appearing to be full. And just like a movie, I love that analogy because even the movie is screaming it, or like watching a play is screaming it, like, except there's no actors and no one in the seats watching. But like sitting in the theater and watching the movie and thinking it's real and it's like a tragedy and you're like bawling and you're freaking out, and then you realize it's just a movie, it didn't happen. And then it's a comedy. But it's all qualities. And when it's recognized or obvious that it's not real, that you are eternal, you're infinite, you can't die, you were never born, none of this happened. It's joyful. No matter what's happening, there's an aloveness. Even the tragedy part or the drama, confrontation or fights or sadness, there's a subtle unlovedness with everything, because it is a play of unconditional love, just pretending to be informed, pretending to appear as everything, and being in love with everything. And can come in waves of intensity or ecstasy, or very subtle, or sadness, or pain, grief, anger, everything. You are the formless, infinite, experiencing what it's like to feel, to be, and nothing's wrong or right with any of it. Singular, so it's not really happening, and eternal and timeless. Nothing is harmful. You can never die. And singular, so there's no free will. So like even with the analogy of being the divine imagining this or the divine dreaming this, it's like one totality functioning harmoniously. It's total chaos, but can appear to fluctuate or compensate or harmonize. So it's all just doing itself automatically. Like the analogy of the human body, where everything's involuntary, the heartbeat, the blood pumping, the cells, it's all just doing itself, this wholeness appearing as whatever's appearing involuntarily, spontaneously, chaotically, and it's not even happening. There is no body. All there is freedom. So back to the analogy of the divine playing hide and seek for fun, which is just innocent or blind. It's not even, it's unconscious. It's just, there's no intention, there's no reason, there's no cause and effect, there's no time, it's singular, everything. So whatever's appearing is already freedom. So even seeking is already freedom. And being infinite and boundless and free, appearing as infinite potential, you don't need anything. You don't need to wake up. Nothing needs to happen. Nothing needs to change. This, whatever's appearing, is total perfection already. But the seeking being a fun way to avoid your own absence is already absence, because it's not real. And you are nothing. But it seems like a clever way to hide by looking outside, which is the seeking, is the resistance to what is, which is the subject-object perspective that's not really happening. It's an illusion. There is no subject. There is no self-consciousness. But seeking can appear to be the avoidance of your own absence, which is what you also long for, which is the love story. It's like what's feared most, but also longed for the most, which already is this. This is absence. This is nothing appearing as something, which is still nothing. But resisting what is saying, this isn't it. And then the seeking is making yourself feel like it exists through distracting with entertainment or money or sex or relationships or communities or worldly events. It just, that resisting what is immediately is what appears to make it seem real, which makes you feel like you exist. Because without the seeking, you don't exist. And even with the seeking, you don't exist. And even freedom is seeking freedom. You can't escape freedom. Everything is freedom, every sensation, every doubt. Doubting this isn't freedom is freedom. Seeking something else that you think that freedom is in the future is freedom. Postponing freedom is freedom. It can never be postponed. It's all there is. It's this. Now. It's this. You are everything as well as you are not anything. You're not a thing. But this in loveness can feel subtle or intense. Sometimes it can feel intense, like you're sitting in a room and it's not you sitting in a room. There is no subject object. It's sitting, it's room, it's immediate. And it's like being in love with the wall. You are the wall. You are the room. Being in love with the wall, being in love with the table, being in love with everything. Being everything that's appearing, but also not anything. Because it's just an appearance. It's not really happening. But it's not separate. It's alive. This is it. This is everything. Show me something else. I don't see it. This is everything. Nothing happened before this. And this is not even happening. This is everything you ever longed for. You are the infinite appearing as this, as everything. Already whole and complete, already everything. Nothing needs to happen. Whatever is appearing is everything. Is unconditional love. You are unconditional love. Appearing is whatever's appearing. And whatever's happening is what you're longing for. It's everything. Every sensation is heaven. Boundless freedom. Infinite potential can be anything, is everything. Wow! If you want to chat on the phone, go to my website under the description, or if you want to book a one-on-one, or join Patreon for group Zooms, and sign up for my newsletter. There's talk about live meetings, which is exciting. Yay! Mwah.